One day, a little girl approached a kind-looking man on the street and said, "Uncle, I need your help." The man smiled warmly and replied, "Of course, sweetheart. What's the problem?" The girl looked around and said, "Can I tell you in private?" Just then, another man nearby asked, "Is everything okay, dear?" The girl hesitated and quietly said, "My mom is having a girl's problem. Can you please give me your shirt?" Without thinking twice, the man took off his shirt and handed it to her. The little girl gratefully took it and said, "Can you give me your address? My mom will return the shirt to you." The man pulled out his visiting card and gave it to her with a smile. A few days later, the same man was sitting in a restaurant with his friends, enjoying samosas. Suddenly, the little girl walked in and noticed him. Surprised, she said, "Oh, uncle, you're here?" He smiled and said, "Hey, little one, wanna have some samosas?" She laughed and replied, "You enjoy. I eat them every day." Curious, the man asked, "Every day? What do you mean?" The girl said proudly, "This is my mom's restaurant." Shocked, the man said, "Really?" She smiled and said, "Yes. Wait, I'll bring my mom." She rushed to the back and returned with her mother. The girl pointed and said, "Mom, this is the uncle who helped us that day." Her mother looked at the man warmly and said, "Thank you so much for your kindness. I really appreciate it. Did you like the food? Would you like anything else? Please don't hesitate to ask." The man replied politely, "Thank you. We were just hanging out and everything tastes great." The woman smiled and said, "Whatever you eat today, it's on the house. Please don't say no." One of his friends joked, "In that case, we'll have 3 glasses of lassi." She laughed and said, "Coming right up," and walked back to the counter, sitting with her daughter while the man watched her with admiration. His friend leaned in and said, "You do know she's married, right?" The man replied softly, "Yeah, I know. It's like every time I like someone, they're either already taken or married. But she's beautiful and so strong." A little later, the man gently asked her, "Why do you let such a small girl work here? Doesn't she go to school?" The woman replied, "She does. Today is Sunday, and there's no one at home to take care of her, so she stays with me." He nodded and asked, "Is there no one else in your family? Your husband, maybe?" She lowered her eyes and said, "My husband passed away in a car accident 4 years ago. Since then, it's just me and my daughter." The man looked down, a little embarrassed. "I'm sorry, I didn't know." The next day, they happened to meet again outside the restaurant. Gathering some courage, the man said, "I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but I really like you. I'd love to take care of your daughter too. Could we maybe start as friends?" The woman smiled gently and said, "After my husband died, I never imagined being with someone else. But you seem like a genuinely good person. Friendship I can consider, but anything beyond that, I'm not sure. There's one more family member whose approval matters most. If you can win them over, maybe I'll think about marriage." She then called out loudly, and suddenly a tiny puppy came running toward them. The man picked up the puppy in his arms and held it with love. Laughing, he said, "So, does this mean our marriage is now approved?" The woman smiled brightly and said, "Yes, I think it is." And the 3 of them walked away together, hearts full, toward a new beginning.